finding parts of the body, names and animals that go along with parts of the body. And the reason I'm saying that is because sometimes you're never sure, right, where you're going to see the big spider, okay? And the big spider, okay, I'm just trying to get the picture out of here. Just give me a second. Gallery and the picture. And can anybody see the spider? That big spider? Like, or is it a mid-pat? Big mid-pat spider, but as you make it smaller, and as you make it smaller, Aleister Crowley painted that picture. So the more you paint a picture, same person, one vision, painting the picture, and then we walk on by the picture, and everybody has their own eyes, their own mind, their own understanding, their own way of explaining what they see to somebody else who has not seen the picture, but has heard what you had to say, can imagine through your eyes and their understanding what the picture is and how they can draw it themselves. With so much said, so little explained, life. 8 billion people. Most of the pictures in this world were built when the world had less than 1 billion people. Most of the visions of this world were built prior to the year 25. Let's say by the year 40. Let's say by the year 60. Let's say by the year 99. Now, I'm going forward on this, and you can probably look back and say, well, why does he keep switching it? Because I need to take you through steps. Did Jesus die at 0 time, or was his birth at 0 time and death at the year 33? Was he born prior to 0 time, and Herod said he was Herod because of the time of Herod, which was -4 BC. They said Jesus was born at that time. -4 BC is what Herod says. And by Herod saying this, okay, well, -3, -4, by Herod saying this, -3 is actually -2, but the square of -3 is actually low 2, high 4. Now everybody's going, this guy is nuts. If he's on medication and drugs now, I think he needs more to get off the ones he's on, just to see actually who he is, to put him back something else on because he wasn't on any to start with. And he needs to be because of the Irishkeit he seems to be bringing in front of us, which is like the BS, but it's not. Because unless you can understand exactly what I'm trying to transmit over to you, how can you know in what retrospective or perspective I'm actually putting this out? Which means, when January 1st comes, and they say it's the year 2019, we are now using up the year of 2020, meaning 2019 has already happened because our calendar 0 started in the middle of time. They put a 0 over time. The actual time, and I'm going to base this on Hebrew calendar history, is the year 5760. 3760. So right now in time, it's 3760 plus 2019. The difference is not a difference. The difference is time zero at Jesus is only zero right over here, which means it was in the year zero, which means when the year zero said 01 is because once you have 19, all of 19 have been completed because you started 0, 1. 01 meaning I'm starting now, and by the time I end, that will be the complete, the totality. The 0 is the totality, and going from this end to this end. The 0, if you want to use it, means the high and the low and the extremity of every single moment of every single day that took us to the end. Where you end up on the square of the bubble at the end, and I say it's a bubble because highs and lows, and some of them might burst the bubble. We don't even have to do it that way. We have time 0 and time 1. The entire year is going to be like this, and this is the way the year is going. If you want to take a momentary thought and think about pain, you can say my pain is here, or I have no pain. You can also say I began here, and I had pain, and my pain ended here. The high and the low of my pain, I am high. And N in the rise and the lowering of the sun. And why the N? Because that's how it works and moves on, is the N letter, up and down and over. The only time you move back is in reflection. Reflection will now show up as the Z in reflection of the advancement of time. N, Z, I, O, N. Z, I, O, N, Zion, the advancement and movement of time. We reflect and we advance. We advance and we reflect. Zion, 2012. You have the N and the Z. You have 10 between 0 and 1 period of time. That's pretty cute. So let me fix this. This is just very cute. Who's in there? Are you in the crib? I hope you're not taking a poop in the crib. I should put his litter box in the crib, and every time they poop, the litter box. So you got what I'm saying, right? You have to grow the picture. If I just tell you, you're going to go, well, I'm not sure I understand. I don't want to stay here. You're at a museum. You're at an orchestra. You're listening. You don't want to stay because you can't pick up the vibe. You can't pick up that vibe. Elements added and elements removed within our nourishment. Elements added to what we already know and how we grow and perceive understanding have been removed from us. We no longer get that understanding. No, we no longer get that full vibration because unless we're taught to understand what a vibration is. To understand what a vibration is when you get a good feeling and you feel that feeling of euphoria. You sense, what is my heart doing? Do I feel like crying because it's so beautiful, so sad? How do I learn to perceive? How do I understand what vibration, what it means? Where does the word soul come from, and exactly how am I supposed to feel it? What does it mean? What is made up to create of what soul means? And so understanding of what spirit, because they're always saying spirit and soul, spirit and soul, spirit and soul. And then when you start looking at the spirit and the soul, right? Or you might start also looking at and that ball, you know, that famous looking ball we used to have? Go against the grain, continuously grow with the grain. The fan of moving forward or being trapped. We can always think it out. So here's Kooky Cat. My Kooky Cat is now sitting on top of the crib. I'd love to take a picture of this. I'm going to have to do this with my phone. This is my Kooky Cat. So just give me a second because the other Kooky Cat has just jumped up there. We're going to have two Kooky Cats. Whoop. Just give me a second. I got to do this. I got to do this with my phone. I've got to, oh, it's not turned around. Hold on a second. This is really kooky what's going on right here. Just give me a second. So after a period of time that goes by, and I completely lost exactly where I am in the video, I can probably add on to this video. It ended with the cat, and then from the cat it went to the door, and from the door it worked on to my forgetful memory. I'm not sure really where I stand right now in this conversation, but we're going to end it. Have yourself a fine afternoon. It is Sunday. It is NFL Sunday. It is NHL Hockey Night in Canada. The baseball season is on hold. But when it comes to creation, you can use any of these elements 366 days a year. Because if we do not count the link between this year and last year, we have nothing. And now I remember where I was. I was talking about how we connected. Wow. Wow, I got some stuff in this book I was ready to throw out. So I was talking about how we connected 5760, okay, to zero time. And I'm thinking, should I continue on with that or not? I'm going to continue on in a short excerpt. Let me just get this over here. So what we have is Abraham, Noah, Moses, Jesus, and the end. Okay, so let me readjust this. Just a quick reference to what I'm looking at. And here we have 0. And between here and here, I'm going to use the calculation of 56 times 47. You know, the times almost looks like, you know, like a 4, right? Times 47, right? So that's 44 times 47 is also another calculation. Right now we're at 44 presidents. One president was counted twice, 1 and 1. 1 and 1, let's count it as 0. I am the end, I am the beginning. 0 equals 3. I keep using 0 is to equal 6. And the reason for that is okay, well, I can use it here if I want. How can, hold on, let me do this again. 0 equaling to 6 because of 1 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 8, 8. Now, what does that actually mean? What it actually means is you have a row of 3 and a row of 3, right? And the actual is your row is taken up like that. Okay, so you'll have 1, 2, 3. You'll have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But 4, 5, and 6 is the half, right? This is the half. You really have to count from here to here and here to here. This is 1 area, this is 2 areas, this is 3 areas, this is 4 areas. But when you lay out those areas, they actually look like this. One complete area space in which beginning and end from here to here to here to here. Do you understand? Can you conceive and understand? They're all joined together, as above is below. And I'm not sure which way to take this on as to whether I should say this is your reflective memory. Do you remember the Zion that started off at the beginning, from the beginning to the end? Why is it 3? The left side, you began, and really the beginning is only an addition to the continuation of where you left off before you began. If you start to play a game, you can say you're playing the game, this is where we began the game, but your heartbeat, what you were doing before and what you are doing now is a split in between time of a continuation of time, because you're still the heart beating, you're still alive. We're going to go on to finish this off. Hold on a second. I just want to make this darker on my phone so we can see the calculator. Okay. And the calculator goes like this. We're going to go 56 times 47 equals to 2632. 56 times 47. No, I don't want to use that. We have to use half time. We have to use the number 50. 50 times 47 equals to 2350. And that would be the time of one of these two. Then we're going to go 50. Then we're going to use 30. 5 and 3, electric company. 30, 50. 8. 5 and 3, 8. 0 and 0 come together. I know it looks funny, but take it from me. This will create 8, 28 to cycle, 55 to liberty. How do we create the liberty? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the number 5. Number 67 will create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 6, 7 plus 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 6, 7. Add this up, it's 18. Add this up, it's 21. R and U, 3 and 9. Now, I'm all over the place. I don't like it. If I was sitting individually with you right now and completely explaining what just went on, you would understand. So anyways, let me take this to the next level. Okay, let's just do this quick, and I'm babbling, okay? 50 times 47, 30 times 47 is 80 times 47 equals to 3760. Now, 44 times 47, I don't know why it's 44, it should be 43. 43 times 47, 43 times 47 equals to 2021. So now what we're going to do is 43 plus 30 plus 50 equals to ABC 123 times 47 equals to 5781, 2021, and 3760. Do you remember the 3760 of time 0? 3760, 2021, the year coming. Spirit of 76. This is the DC worlds. It's 3 and 7 is 10. Now I can do all kinds of numbers and say all kinds of stuff. I'm not going to do it. This over here, okay, 50, 43, no, 50, 30, and 43. 3, 3, 4, 5 equals to 12. 1 and 2 is 3. Command and create of the Christ. 5 times 3 times 4 is 60. 305. It's just my own calculation. I don't even want to do this. Michael Jackson, ABC, the BC world. 1 is inside of 3. We don't really need 1. But 1 is always in creation, because without 1, there's no 1. Just figure that one out. I think I said enough. I think I said too much. I'm not even sure I explained it. 5781. So that means when the year 2020 ends, we have ended the 5781 cycle, which means our actual last year before the winding up year is this coming year, is basically the last year. But 2020 is the end of that full cycle. And according to when everybody was born, nothing happens until actually they reach the age of 13, let's say. I'm just going by marriage and religion and weddings and stuff, just for them from the old age. If you would have to take the time when Jesus was the age of 13, I have to do another video, right? But I'm going to end this and then start another one. And in 1967, there was a carnival, or there was what they call an expo, Expo 67. And in Canada, in Quebec, where they had it, they called it Terre des Hommes, Man in His World. Who was Man in His World? It was Jesus, 1967. 33 years later, it's the year 2000. 13 years later, he's bar mitzvahed, which was 5 years ago. In 2018, he becomes 18 years of age. In 2021, he becomes 21 years of age. In 2025, his insurance rates go down. Okay. Then you have that period, what's it called, period? Anyways, we're going through a period of time right now when we're not really going to see the full picture until I think 2027. But I think we're going to be coming into the outcome, because after your insurance has gone down and you've proved yourself, this is just an expression. So anyways, the end of the cycle is 2021. What does it mean? I don't know. I just want to get out of this video already. I got to stop.